Come on in, y'all. The long-awaited Frankie wreath. That's what we're doing tonight, my friends. Y'all been waiting. Y'all asked me to do the double door version. I did The Bride of Frankenstein. Y'all asked me to do the double door version. Here we are. What's up? Hi, Miss Tina Kelly. How are you this evening, my friend? Tonight, I ran out of black pipe cleaner, so I had to improvise, which will be fine. Y'all will see. We're going to use black and white pipe cleaners. And this is how I've got my board loaded. Bump, 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 bump. How's everybody doing? All right, y'all. So we've cut our mesh for the outside 20 inches. We're going to use a black and white stripe for Frankie. So see, the black and white zip tie, the black and white pipe cleaners, they'll just fade out. Okay? We're going to give that one roll under and then a ruffle. We're going to slide that down into our pipe cleaner. And I'm going to tell you what, if you take your thumb and push down on your mesh, it will help you secure it into that pipe cleaner easier. Give it a couple twists, and you'll be good to go. Hello from Des Moines, Illinois. You're not far from me. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Jackie. I'm one of the designers. Welcome, welcome. Come on in and have a seat. We're going to make ourselves an amazing Frankie wreath. As we are winding down, this will be my last Halloween wreath. We're winding down, and we're getting ready to go all full on Christmas soon, my friends. This will be the last one. Hello, Miss Karen and Tammy and Tina Faulkner and Michelle and Becky. I don't know why you can't comment on Facebook. See, my black and white pipe, they're blending in, my friends. Hello, Miss Judy Baker. Long time no see, my friend. What's going on? If y'all could do me a favor, send me out there. Let people know that I am live. Teach people how to make a wreath. What have y'all been into this week? Anything good? We're throwing down some mesh. Working on the Unique in the Creek oval. It took a total of 20 pipe cleaners. We're going to use mesh cut 20 inches around the outside. Hello, Miss Denise. Miss Guadalupe, Miss Sue, what's going on? I try real hard. Y'all say hi, say hi. That's the polite Southern way. I'm from the South. In case y'all couldn't tell by my accent. Woohoo, yeah. Stephanie, you're one of the people that specifically asked for this, so here we are. We're throwing down Frankie. In a good way. Hello, Miss Tanya? Tanya? I can't see. Y'all, if I pronounce your name incorrectly, once again, please don't be upset. I can't wear my reading glasses and make wreaths at the same time. And yes, I do have bifocals, but it don't work like that because, you know, my work area is down here, not up here. So, yep. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Hello, Miss Denise. Who all's new here tonight? Say me. We like new people. We like new friends. New friends, new faces. Hello, Miss Cindis and Miss Joyce from Ohio. All right, so our mesh around the outside is 20 inches, my friends. Is what we got so far. All right, because the ties are closer together on the inside, we only needed 15 inches. Okay. Okay, Miss Lori, say that again. Make me believe it. Hello, Miss Allie. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. All right. So basically, we're using the 15 inches in the center to fill the gap, and you will see here shortly that 15 inches is going to finish filling this in. Because right now it doesn't look that full, but this is going to do the trick right here. I feel sorry for my dogs right now, y'all. I made roast beef. They've had to smell it cooking all day, but they can't have it. So they're over here stalking my husband and my daughter while they're eating. Like, we've had to smell that all day. Why can't we have any? Because it's got onion in it. Miss Tina Kelly, I have done good the past few. I have wrote down my supply list. Oh, I'm finally growing up, Tina Kelly. You got to be proud of me for that one. Woo. Yeah, I'm so ready to get my new design space done. I am. Y'all, I'm going to tell you what. So, when I first started trying to learn how to make roast beef, my granddad's the one that taught me. And I was trying to make roast beef, and I was like, this just does not taste like my granddad. I put all the same stuff in and blah, 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 blah. I put all... The one thing that I was forgetting to do, I was forgetting to sear it before putting it in the crock pot. That simple thing. I'm here to tell you, if you don't sear that roast beef, that roast, before you put, it will not come out right at all. Well, hello, Bobby. Yeah, Dave is a pretty good teacher. I've seen I don't watch people's tutorials, but I have caught his fast plays. Regular deco mesh. Typically, I don't use horizontal wide stripe when doing this because it's a harder mesh and it doesn't ruffle as well as far as I'm concerned. That horizontal wide stripe is like ideal for flower petals to me. My preference. It's a pretty stiff mesh. I want my ruffles to be like cushy. Kind of cushy, not rigid. That's a good question. If you wouldn't have asked me what cut of beef I use, I could have probably told you in 2 seconds. Chuck pot roast. My daughter says she thinks. Oh, she read the label. Miss Guadalupe, my back is doing okay. We're still in the healing process. I don't know if y'all are aware, it actually can take up to a year to heal from a back surgery. So far, I will tell you that the fusion is not stable yet. Yep. Hello, Miss Sue. Hello, Miss Linda. Come on in, have a seat, kick your feet up. Get your wreath on. We're going to get our wreath on tonight with Frankie. Frankie, a wreath on. At least my daughter knew where I was going with that. Is it bad that my daughter knows how I was thinking? I kind of think so. But isn't that going to look sharp? That's going to look sharp. Okay. Let's get down to the ribbon selection, shall we? We shall. We shall. Okay, so just a reminder. Okay. Here's what we're doing with this one. And I'm trying to remember, there was another ribbon I used. I have slept many times since I made Bride of Frankenstein. So let me look back here. Whoopsie. It's not here anymore. Okay, so what we used on the Bride of Frankenstein was, this was pink, green, and orange. So for this one, we're going to use orange, green, and black for Frankie. Okay, so that comes the green and black Harlequin, and we're going to use the orange lacy looking one. I think I have enough left over to man, I cannot talk. But I got another roll just in case, because we don't want to come up short, right? My husband's in the kitchen cruising for a bruising, y'all. Woof. Hello, Miss Cindy. How are you?
Hello.
I was trying to have a lot of the prep work done, y'all, and I failed miserably at it. Hello, Miss Jane. How are you this evening? All right, we're going to need 15 pieces of each ribbon. So I'm going to break out here my measure buddy. And we're going to cut 15 pieces of each ribbon, 14 inches. Miss Gail, what's going on? How are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to divide this in half because if you go too far, you're wasting ribbon, y'all. So I'm going to cut 8 pieces first. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
What? I'm not being big.
Did y'all hear what my daughter said?
I said it as a compliment.
Did y'all hear what my daughter just said? All right, so that's 15 pieces there. I'm going to go ahead and whoop on the green too. Okay. Oh. What's up, Miss Kelly?
Hello.
That's 8 pieces there. We'll dovetail it here in a minute, y'all. Just whooping it out. Huh? Goes 1, and then up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I was just.
You just wanted to make fun of me again. My daughter just wanted to make fun of me again. She sat there and she goes, Mom, you sound like Count Dracula. Count Dracula, you know, from Sesame Street when I was counting.
I was checking.
1.
Hey, I thought that was a compliment.
Good evening, Miss Lisa.
Since you're the house brief.
Welcome to everybody. My name is, for those of you just coming in and you don't know who I am, my name is Jackie. And what I do here is I teach and socialize. Can't get any better than that. That's the kind of class I would like. Teach and socialize. The only thing I can't do is count and talk at the same time. So when I'm counting, I'm quiet. Otherwise, I'm fully capable of running my mouth.
To be honest, I thought that was about to make a comment.
Probably, I'm waiting. I was waiting for the peanut gallery to chime in on that one, that was for sure. I was waiting for my husband to say, do you ever stop? Yeah, when I'm counting, that's when I can't talk. Here he comes. Here he comes. Nothing. Nothing. Mm-mm. Go away. I already did all my counting. You ain't gonna mess it up, nice try. And how? Does it? I love how striped mesh looks like on a wreath base. I love it. I don't care if it's black, red, white, pinks. Like, I don't care what color it is. The stripe, awesome. I think I've been watching too many Cajun cooking videos lately. And I noticed in the Cajun cooking videos, they slam stuff down quite a bit. They are very enthusiastic with their cooking, y'all. And I mean enthusiastic. Y'all ever watched anybody do some Cajun cooking? Making some jambalaya. If it was a wreath, I'm gonna cut this ribbon right here, and bam! Like, I was like, wow. Who was the guy, like, years ago? Some of y'all are gonna know who I'm talking about. He was the Cajun cook, and it was on the KET network years ago, back when it was 3, 6, and 12. What was his name? Some of y'all are gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. I am from Kentucky, y'all. No. He was an older guy. He used to wear a blue shirt every week and red suspenders. Yeah, I bet you'd know who I'm talking about, Gail. I know you would know. He was famous, like. I don't know why, but like the only one I can think of that I used to watch. It was funny because he did Chinese, was Yan Can Cook. Y'all remember that cooking show, Yan Can Cook? Like, I'm here to tell you. No, he was gray-headed. Was it Justin Wilson? That doesn't sound right, Kim. Maybe it wasn't. They just called him like the Cajun something. Are you sure Justin Wilson? Y'all, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, Justin Wilson. I never knew that was his name. What was the name of the show? He used to say, I guarantee. But he'd like, I never knew that was his name, I guess. Oh, well. What was the name of the cooking show? Thank you, Kim. I Googled too. I was like, why does that not? I was like, that doesn't sound right, but it is. Okay, so we're going to put both our pieces of ribbon together like so. You're going to fold it in half. Make sure your ends are together. And then you're going to give it a pinch. And we're going to do that 10 times around the outside, y'all, with 2 ribbons together. I guess I just was like, Justin, well, that doesn't sound like a Louisiana Cajun name. What was the name of the cooking show, though? Louisiana Cooking, was that the name of it? Raging Cajun. Well, all I know is I don't care how much my grandmother watched that cooking show back in the day, and I saw that. I'm telling you right now, she never tried any of those recipes. She just watched the show. Now she did try Yan Can Cook and who was the other lady? Oh my gosh, Julia Childs. My husband remembered that. He slid right in there and saved me that time. I know y'all remember Julia Childs. I think Julia Childs was the inspiration for the voice that Robin Williams used in Mrs. Doubtfire. Hmm.
Much.
That makes sense. Did my comments freeze? Because I just asked y'all about, is my microphone off? Can y'all hear me? Is this thing on? My microphone died earlier today. Did it die again? Nope, it's on. I just asked y'all about Julia Child and nothing. Y'all are probably Googling that right now. We'll get back to you, Jackie. Let me see if I can remember who that is. Well, hello, Miss Liz. Did you say hi when you came in and I just didn't see it? Hello, Dee. How are you? I'm sorry, y'all. You're going to tell my age. You could tell I grew up with 3, 6, and 12. Ugh. Na 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 na. Oh, I remember that show, Gail. Two, 11, and 13. Every now and then we got channel 7. And if we held our antenna right, we got 23. That was Fox. But we had to hold our antenna right. These ribbon choices are popping. Now, basically, these wreaths won't be identical, but they'll be extremely similar for double door because it's Bride of Frankenstein and Frankie. So what I did, because the first wreath was only 3 colors, I made sure that this wreath was the same, only 3 colors. Y'all with me on that? So basically we traded out the pink for green. Because the first wreath was pink, orange, and black. So this one is green, orange, and black. Pink because the Bride of Frankenstein's a girl. Green for Frankie. It's just a baby. Always cooking. All right, now in the center, because the ties are closer together, what we're going to do is we're going to alternate. Okay? And we're just going to use 1 ribbon in each tie, because you don't need 2. Because if you put 2, that's actually too much ribbon. Did y'all hear that? I said something was actually too much. Write it down. Write the date down. If you put 2 ribbons in each tie in the center, it's too much. Write it down.
Who are you?
I said it. I said it. I actually said something was too much. Oh, that's just too much. And I wasn't talking about money. Hey, very rare, but I say it. I bet y'all thought that my white pipe cleaners were going to glare at you. Didn't you? Didn't you? I told you they would blend right in. Trust the process. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Is that really what it was called, Gail? Oh my gosh. I'm not saying it. Somebody's Ooh, nope. Nope. The name of the show was Two Fat Ladies.
No.
If that was the truth, I could have been one of the co-stars.
Could have been a special guest.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do a wreathing and cooking show. I mean, we might as well. Somebody might as well do a wreathing and cooking show. Make a wreath and cook at the same time, because we talk about food while we wreath, so might as well. That's just disgusting. My daughter's got her little dog over here all bundled up. She's just a baby. Gail, you do all that canning and stuff, so I mean, are y'all starting to see what I mean? Pam, what's going on, Pam? Y'all starting to see what I mean if you put two ribbons together is too much? See, one ribbon in each tie is plenty going around the center. I said what I said. Hey, Greg, sir, can I have my water? I need something to drink. Please. Thank you. Okay, before I lose track of my top and bottom, y'all, I'm going to put my one glorious zip tie in. I tried to hold out in case Lori pops in. That way she can see me use one zip tie and feel better. But since she hasn't popped in, and I got to get on with the show. All right. There's my one glorious zip tie, my friends. All right. Here we go. We have goodies galore. We're going to go ahead and pop these black and white things in because we know we need them. I love them. My list of supplies, y'all, is in the description of this video. My supplies came from Unique at the Creek and the Ribbon Shed. The Ribbon Shed. Both of them are a .com. Tina, you make sure Lynn knows that she missed that. Okay, so we're going to leave about a 1/4 inch on there because we're going to use that to stab the mesh. Yep. Y'all, if you just sit there and you do some of this right, you can take your aggressions out like, I can't get mad at you. You'll go shopping for me. I got mad at my husband. That's like self-abuse. That's like saying, yes, I want to take myself shopping. Give me just a minute. Like, all right, my friends, let's stab some mesh. All right, what you gonna do? Right here on that tip, you're gonna slather it down with some hot glue. And then you're gonna take and stab that into your mesh. Now be careful, if you touch your ribbon, make sure that you put it where you want it so the hot glue doesn't stick it where you don't. Billy says I'm out of here. We have two Yorkies, y'all. Their personalities are like totally. The one loves being babied. We'll sit there and let you baby him all day long. The other one's like, I just want to sit in your lap. Really don't want you to touch me or anything like that. Like, I just want to sit in your lap. Yeah, she kind of is. She's kind of like a cat. Leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. I like this black and white. These Frankenstein wreaths. Stab that mesh. Now he really looks like a Wookiee. Show that to your dad. He really looks like a Wookiee now. Y'all are quiet. Am I that entertaining that y'all can't talk amongst yourselves? I've seen some of y'all on other Facebook Lives and you just talk and chat and right away, and then you get on here with me and you're like, hush. I know I'm not that entertaining. I try to be. What'd your dad say?
It's an Ewok, Mom.
Oh my gosh, my bad, an Ewok. Sorry, I'm not a member of the Star Wars fan club, my bad. He looks like an Ewok, y'all. He just likes being held. He's an attention whore. I had to have missed. I did over on the other side. It kind of depends on what I was doing with the 14-inch work frame, how long I would cut mesh. I don't know how I totally skipped past this unless I was just like totally running my mouth, but whatever. Shut up, Tiffany. Y'all tell my daughter to, y'all tell my daughter to be nice to me. Mm-hmm.
Shush.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you this. You got the right to remain silent. But for some reason, a lot of times you seem to lack the ability. I cut my ribbon tails 14 inches. Bring on the ribbon, y'all. Bring on the ribbon. We're doing over the top. Hey, shh, peanut gallery. Stop it.
I missed it.
No, she's picking on me. Over the top, large and in charge. Frankie is metal. Yes, he is. My friends, if you're not following Unique in the Creek, go follow Unique in the Creek. If you're not following the Ribbon Shed, go follow the Ribbon Shed. Okay? We're going to make a big old bow. Big. I like big bows. And I can't. Yep, can't do that. Mm-hmm. Nope. We're going to start out with 4 loops. of this fine striped ribbon. And then we're going to come back in with this here harlequin. I don't know. I think Unique in the Creek is out of this ribbon. You'll have to get this ribbon from the ribbon shed. Now, if you're wondering why you need to be following the ribbon shed, it is because we are releasing wreath kits tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. Liz, they do not. It costs, vice versa, it costs so much to ship to Canada now. So the ribbon shed's not gonna ship to Canada for right now. And after today, the last day, yeah, Lori, Unique in the Creek's no longer shipping to the U.S. All right, we're gonna use 4 loops of this orange. Gail, do you know the only reason that I quit using that? Because I still have it. I still do it when nobody's watching. But would you like to hear why I quit doing that? All right, so I'm going to come in with this one green so that I have 2 ribbons. This green was used on the bride. So we're going to use this one. That way I have 2 ribbons from that wreath on this wreath, if that makes sense. And we're going to do 3 loops of this. So I quit doing that because people kept on asking me, what are you going to do with those? Could you send them to me? Because I told them I just, did it because I didn't want the wire fragments all over my floor. So I'd snip my dovetails and stuff off in this little bucket. And I still have it. I'll show you. I use it when nobody's looking. When I'm live, I set it off to the side. I still have it. It's right here. When I'm live, I have this one, which is similar, but it's bigger. Put all my garbage in while I'm live. People constantly ask me, what are you going to do with those? Yeah, I shipped bagfuls of them, Gail. Bagfuls. I saved them and shipped them here for church groups, whatever, and I don't know what people did. Nobody ever sent me a picture of what they did with them. I wish they would have. That sure would have been nice after I put all the effort into saving them and bagging them up. And All right, y'all. Let's get our bow on. Okay. So I like to put my bow off to the side, y'all. We're going to put Frankie on. No, we're not. I'll put my bow on first because I want to cover Frankie up. So we'll put Frankie on last. He's a little bit smaller than... He's not really smaller proportionately in the face, but because he doesn't have the hair like his wife. No, we should not. Yeah, we should. That would actually be pretty cool. But your dad already did Halloween with me one time, and I don't think he ever would again. Mm-hmm. My husband dressed up as, I dressed up as the Queen of Hearts. I made my costume, and I made my husband's costume as well. Y'all. And my husband was the Mad Hatter. Yep, and Tiffany was Alice. Yep, well, we all looked good.
Yeah. I looked adorable.
But of course I made everybody's costumes. So then I made mine and my husband's, but by the time I got to Tiffany's, hers got bought.
But she did.
I bought hers because... So, not that I got lazy. I was worn out after making my husband's Mad Hatter hat and his scarf and my costume. Oh, the hat, like, yes, I actually sewed his Mad Hatter hat and it was huge. We're going to floof the bow, y'all. We're going to floof this bow. Where's my ribbon tail at? I got 2 loops and no tail. There somewhere. That's it. Where'd my tail go, y'all? Oh, there it is. I was like, where'd my tail go for those loops? Wait a minute. Like a dog chasing my tail. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where's my tail?
Where'd it go?
I'm getting pretty rough with my ribbon tonight. It is going to do exactly what I want it to do, whether it likes it or not. I am. I'm actually having to get pretty violent with it tonight, but that's okay. Hello, Miss Teresa. How are you?
People say it's not there.
Oh, it can be pretty therapeutic. It can be pretty therapeutic. I don't know if I would wreath when I was mad, because I'm here to tell you how you feel when you're making something. It'll come out. I don't know if I'd make a wreath when I was mad necessarily. I don't know. I don't know. I'd be afraid of what my wreath would look like if I made it when I was mad. I can tell if somebody's going through something by the way their wreath turned out. I can, y'all. It's actually, you tell if they're sad. It's just like their wreath game is off. It's not the same. No, we don't. Because, if we dressed up for Halloween, that means that we were going outside, and it's too people-y outside for Jackie these days.
Except for the sake of...
Tiffany does, though. Halloween is her jam, y'all. That's her thing. I will never begrudge my daughter for that. Oh, sha-na-na-na. Let's give Frankie on. I think we're going to need a longer pipe cleaner, though, to put him. All right, we're going to get our metal hole punch out here. Now, actually, on Frankie, if you wanted to, there's a wreath hanger thing. But I just don't want to. I'm just going to stab a hole in his head. Yes, ma'am, Miss Teresa, I am. I am a designer for Unique in the Creek and the Ribbon Shed. Mm-hmm. Oh. I hope this doesn't show up in the wreath, but we're going to do it. We'll try and make sure it doesn't. I told y'all I'm out of black pipe cleaners. So we're going to do something cute. Because I think this one's going to have to be longer to make it to the bottom of the wreath, which is fine. This is what we're going to do. Don't you? They were pink last time I did a Bride of Frankenstein and I used pink. So what this is this week, for those of y'all that are catching up and don't know, this is if I was making double door wreaths for Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. Somebody asked me, what would you do if it was double door? I said, well, you want me to show you? And they said yes. I said, okay. I said, okay. Well, I kind of look at it like this. If somebody asks me to do something, that's one less wreath that I got to think about what to make. My theory on it. Now, I mean, unless somebody asks me to do something absolutely ludicrous, but nobody's ever asked me to do anything insane. Okay. I might have an answer. I would classify something as insane as people already think I'm crazy. Okay? And if what I'm doing will confirm it, the answer is no. Hello, Miss Karen. Would y'all like to hear something funny? I mean, really funny, like insanely funny. Would y'all like to hear a story? I think the fact that I'm growing old does not escape anybody because I've been making wreaths forever. Okay, so I eventually have to grow old. Okay, it's gonna happen. That's just a fact of life, right? So here recently, I had to go get an endoscope. Okay, went and got my endoscope, got the results. Endoscopy. They know what I mean. Endoscopy, endoscope. Okay.
Whatever.
They know what I mean. I believe most of the people in this crowd have had one or two in their lifetime also. So anyway, so then the doctor comes in and he tells me, I really would like for you to be on this medicine. However, the doctor actually told me this. Okay, normally you get home and you read the side effects, right? He told me this right there. And he said, however, this medicine has been known to give you tardive dyskinesia. And I said, you are not signing me up for that. Don't even write the prescription. We're not doing it. It's not happening. I will not take that.
Oh, here.
I was like, you know, because you're stripping my diet down, we're going to see if that works first before we go throwing in medicine that's going to cause tardive dyskinesia. Do y'all know what that is? Have y'all seen the commercial about what tardive dyskinesia is? Answer me. Okay, for those of you that don't know what tardive dyskinesia is, it's involuntary facial movements, and it's typically caused by some antidepressant medicines. Okay? And I'm here to tell you, okay, my face already does involuntary things that I did not sign up for. Hence is the reason, like, okay, and let me explain to you about my face doing involuntary things that I did not sign up for. Okay? My face is literally going to tell you exactly what I'm thinking. So people wonder why I'm brutally honest. My face already told you. My mouth has to match what my face is saying, otherwise I'm a liar, right? So my face is already doing things that I did not sign up for. I really don't need my face doing things I did not sign up for. My friends. Because I'm like, there's people that really genuinely thought I was crazy. Okay, they thought I was like my cheese slid off my cracker. Then if I get out there, my face is ticking. They're going to try to figure out what drug I'm on. I'll get accused of being on drugs first. They're going to like, oh, we knew something was wrong with her. I just didn't know she was on drugs. No, well, I'm on prescription drugs, yes. The pharmaceutical kind, yes. It's for GERD, Stephanie. It's a medicine for GERD. So no thank you. All right, so we used pink and orange, pink and black on Frankie, Bride of Frankenstein. Oh my gosh.
I'm using black lollipop. Bride of Frankenstein.
Thank you. I can't remember what it was because I didn't let him write the prescription, Stephanie. I walked out without it. I meant what I said. Every bit of what I said that was not happening. All right, as always, you're going to take your biggest elements and you're going to put them in first. And we're going to start with our biggest one, a catty corner from our bow. That way, it looks like the first wreath as much as possible. And we're going to slather it down with a little bit, some hot glue, y'all. We're going to slather it. We are. And we're going to cram that right there, right in there. Hush, child. Hush. Hush. And then we're going to come right down here with the other one. My daughter's accent over here, she thinks my accent's thick and she sounds like a freaking Southern belle. And then, we're going to try not to burn my finger while doing this. I'm here to tell you that the older you get, the more the glue gun can scar you. Be glue gun safe out there, my friends. Like, look, seriously. Look, I got a scar. That's from a glue gun, y'all. You see how white that is? Just warning you. Glue gun safety. The older you get, the more important it is. We're gonna, oh, get in there.
Get it.
Get on in there.
That's get over.
Get on up in there. All right. Yeah. Okay. That was my imitation of my granddad growing up. Get on over here. Some of y'all have heard that in your lifetime. I know you have. Especially if you grew up in the South. Okay, so once again, we used pink and orange for the bride. We're going to use orange and green for him because I don't want to use the purple. Let's go.
Let's go. I was gonna say, this is gonna be the first time we're like, this is like, great. Everybody, great.
I have this awesome tool now in case I get, like, I have a stem cutter. My best friend in the whole world gave that to me. I will never have to call him again to cut a stem. I think it's these stupid cutters.
Like, man.
All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to put one green and one orange together. Like so. Those are eyeballs. We're going to put some eyeballs up in there. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to hot glue the snot out of those. Or slather them with hot glue, however you want to say it, because these are ultra lightweight, they will stay in there. Oh, Lynn, you're a day late and $1 short. You missed .com, like everything. And we're going to cram that down in there like a there. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing again. Oh, okay. I understand you got your priorities and I wasn't one of them. I got you, Lynn. See, I got to run in the door and say, sorry, I got to go. I got to go do a Facebook Live and hang out with my friends. But Lynn doesn't have that same view on hanging out with me, y'all. I hope you know I'm just picking on you, Lynn. Miss Teresa, yeah, the ribbon. Well, right now, let me tell you all something. Unique in the Creek, Lori's starting to do in-person classes in Canada. The Ribbon Shed is doing in-person classes, and the Ribbon Shed is also selling wreath kits now. We just started selling wreath kits. The first ones will be released tomorrow. And I just burnt my finger. Yep. The first wreath kits will be released tomorrow. And all the tutorials are pre-recorded. Won't have to catch me on a Facebook Live. I've already recorded the tutorials and everything, and you will find them on the Ribbon Shed's YouTube channel. I think, just because I've got them, I'm going to go ahead and use these two down at the bottom. Because we put the jewels in the bride's wreath, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in here. Because we're not going to use jewels. We're not going to use jewels with the guy. So since I'm not putting as much in this wreath as I put in hers, because, you know, Sky Girl kind of thing. Everybody's is getting to be that way, Miss Teresa. There it is, y'all. Y'all asked me to do what I would do if I did a double door version. I'm sorry. My bad. Because she has already left the building, or I'd hold them up side by side. But what I can do is show you this, okay? Real quick, let me show you a sample. Can you hand me Frankie and his wife over there, please?
I got it. Sorry, my son.
Well, Miss Susan, we are going to carry on the Unique in the Creek tradition, since we're going to use the Unique in the Creek boards, and we're going to try to keep them at a very low price point. Here's one of the first wreath kits that we are releasing. A double door kit. Yep. This one will be available tomorrow. Isn't that awesome? Yep. The kits will be for US. Lori will still supply Canadian kits. Lori will still be doing Canadian kits. So the first kits that we're releasing for the ribbon shed are going to be a Halloween, another one's fall, and one Christmas. Those will be the kits that we are releasing tomorrow. And like I said, we sat down, worked hard, and we put them at an affordable price point, which means that if you bought the materials individually, it would cost a whole lot more. So buying the kits, it is heavily discounted. Yep. All right. Do y'all get me this Saturday? Do y'all get me Saturday? I think you do. Was I on this last week? No. Y'all get me Saturday. Look out. Look out. What are we going to make this Saturday? Y'all ready for another craft show quickie? Y'all want a craft show quickie Saturday or an over the top? Speak now.
Forever.
They will be posted before noon, Miss Suzanne, before noon. And the quantities are extremely limited. And in the kits, just like you get your board, everything that you need to make it, and a video tutorial, and the video is already done and will be posted to the Ribbon Shed YouTube channel. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is what time I go live. 7 p.m. until further notice. All right, y'all. y'all have, well, even my craft show quickies are kind of over the top, but what I try to do is alternate between craft show quickies this time of year and some over the top for people that do craft shows. So, all right, my friends, y'all have a great rest of the week. I will see y'all Saturday. Till then, happy wreath making, my friends.
Bye.